Whew, speaking of warm, oh my goodness. Oh, there's a lot of folks here today. um, hello, students, family, friends, and loved ones of our students, members of our community more broadly. On behalf of Cobscook's staff, I want to welcome you officially to graduation day for the students of Cobscook Experiential Program. My name's Sean Haskins, and I joined Cobscook Institute as the third of 3 co-directors last summer. I grew up in Central Maine, but I'm just approaching my 1-year anniversary here down east. And I'm just completely in love with this place, with the community, with all the people, and it's been fantastic. But it does, I will admit, feel a little bit weird to be offering a welcome to all of you as kind of the newcomer, but I'm going to try my best. I offer that welcome, acknowledging that we stand and sit here today on the traditional homeland taken by force of the Passamaquoddy people, the Passamaquoddy Nation, who have been the stewards of the balance and the health of this land for countless generations, and who continue to fight for the preservation of the natural systems upon which all of our futures depend. They continue to be a vital part of our Down East community, and especially, if you know the history of this place, of the culture of the place that we find ourselves gathered today. So in that spirit, I want to thank the many Passamaquoddy citizens who have brought a spirit of healing and of hope for the future to the work of Cobscook Institute over the decades, some of whom have joined us today for this celebration. I also would like to thank the Calais School Department, without whose partnership we would not be able to offer this program as a publicly available option for our region students. So thank you. You may not know that the public tuition dollars that we receive to support Cobscook Experiential program only cover about 60% of the cost to run the program. Year after year, philanthropic foundations and individual donors give generously in tremendous amounts to cover the remainder of that cost, because they see the benefit for our students for providing the kinds of opportunities that our students can really only find here. So I want to take a moment to thank them for that support. It's incredibly generous. I also want to thank all of you who have come here today to support and to celebrate our students. You are and have been an important part of your students' success, whether you know it or not. Your encouragement, your support, your love, and even your presence here have been invaluable, probably more than you know, in bringing them to this point. And we know that healthy, supportive home environments can make as much difference as anything that happens in the classroom for students in achieving success. So I want to thank you all for your partnership in making this all happen. And finally, I want to thank all of our students. In my role as a new co-director, I haven't had as many opportunities to get to know you all as well as I would like. Some of you might know that we have a student staff potluck that happens pretty much every month. I get the joy of driving the van every couple of weeks. And we have occasional after school Dungeons and Dragons sessions that I help facilitate. So, but With that, all I really get are like momentary glimpses of the growth and the change and the beauty that are our students. I don't get to share the pleasure that our teaching staff get day in and day out of getting to know all of our students deeply, watching them grow and blossom and sometimes struggle, let's be real, day by day. You'll hear more about all of that from the teachers themselves, the growing and the blossoming, not the struggles, although maybe the struggles. We haven't really vetted the teachers' remarks, so I don't know what's going to happen. All that said, it has been a tremendous joy to get to know all of you. And the sadness of watching you go is tempered by the happiness of knowing all the great and joyous things that are awaiting you in the world. And I wish you the best of luck and look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you, everyone. And I want you to join me in welcoming Colby Saktoma-Louie, co-chair of the Cobscook Institute Board, who would like to share a board's welcome and some reflections. And that's all I have to say.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Colby. I'm Colby. Can people in the back hear me okay? All right, here we go. Thank you for the tech support. That's not me. Too loud. This is a test. This is life. Okay. People in the back, is that acceptable? Cool. Well, students, graduates, family, it's with my pleasure and great happiness to celebrate us all coming in today to the Cobscook Institute on behalf of the board. As already stated, I'm one of the co-chairs, and you know, I'm going to be pretty honest, I had a speech written, but I was just so captured by the energy that's in the room today that really I felt it best to recognize and honor the spirit that is bringing us here today. And I really think that what this is, as I look at the faces staring back at me, is an acknowledgement of all the great work and the hardships that we have all overcome to be here today. And I thought about that, and that's kind of like what it's like to be on the board here. We look at what we need in response to what's around us and what's inside of us. And so it's with that that I know that although I'm a representation of just one person here, the board is almost, well, there are several board members here, but we were behind you through this whole process. Part of being a board member is, I think, special as I'm able to look back at the faces today, is that it's one of the many reasons why board members come and do this work for you guys. And, when I think about and wonder with great anticipation what the life that you guys will be, or that you have had here today, there's countless stories that this place holds and that you guys will hold and take with you. And I want to recognize that this change in your guys' life, you can definitely come back. Like part of the board experience, I was in your seats when I first joined the board, and I just really want to extend a deep awareness that whatever you guys choose to do is going to be special, and that figuring out what is next, daring to dream, as we're all in celebration with for you today, that's the magic of what you guys did here and what this place is. So try not to forget about us. And really, guys, the way in which I think about what the future may hold for you guys, I really do hope that ways that in this very room, the community that is behind you and around you you guys get to envision how and keep how that community, you carry it. And so this place, as the organization in response to that community, as a board member, I'd like to invite you guys to not forget about us and see dare to dream, what ways you'd like to engage in this next part of your life. Thank you.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Damon Weston. I'm one of the teachers here. And I'm going to start introducing our students with our underclass students first. And then I get to start with the ninth graders. We will get to the seniors soon enough. So, all right. So first, I get to the ninth graders. They've been a mixture of serious and silly, and as we all are, and as is appropriate for a ninth grader. And it's been such a pleasure for us to work with them. First, starting with Lena. Lena is serious about a lot of things. Oh, come on up, Lena.
Oh, come here.
There she is, Lena Home. Thank you, Lena. All right. Lena's very serious about many things, especially small things, little things, such as little pieces of pottery that she creates, little knitting needles that she uses carefully. She's serious about snacks, small containers of snacks, but large containers of popcorn, I've noticed. And she's serious about thinking about others. She made a piece of pottery for me that was a headless Victorian dress, I think, and it said Damon on the bottom. I still don't know what to think about that, but it is on my desk. She loves making things in general. I especially connected with her around making food. We made pizza together. We made tortillas. We made big pots of taco meat for the taco night we had, and she was crucial during those events. She's also a serious learner and has a very curious mind that just eats up anything that she encounters. She's also very serious about getting her picture taken and likes to pose certain ways. We reviewed those photos, the year's photos that you guys saw, and there was a development of poses over the year. I think she has a pretty broad repertoire of probably 6 or 7. Do you want to do any or not right now? Not later. Okay. And they're very subtle, but they're very obvious as well. And sometimes they're a little over the top, and that's because Lena is, while she's serious, she's also very silly, and she loves to laugh and be foolish. She does funny voices. She does physical humor, such as on the trip, I heard Damon, Damon. I look at my tent. She's got a PFD on upside down. It's like a diaper. And that was just a normal thing. But we all feel super lucky to have Lena with us this year, and can't wait to see what's next for her. So we have some gifts for her now. Is that right, Kara? Okay. This is our first one. So, all right, you get the brand new hat, orange hat, CP hat, and you get a certificate of achievement from all of us for completing ninth grade. Very good. All right, next is Jaden Wright, our other ninth grader. Come on up, Jaden. All right, there he is. All right. As you can see, Jaden is also a contrast in serious and silly. Mostly serious right now. He's very serious when it comes to grades, maps, flags. He's an expert on flags. Show him any flag and he'll tell you what it is. He's obsessed with World War II history, especially military technology, such as tanks and planes. And for example, we were playing a word game last week on the camping trip we call Contact. It's kind of like 20 questions, and Jaden came up with a word, and we were trying to guess it. And his word was Focke-Wulf, which none of us had heard of ever, right? Which is a German fighter jet. Some of you may have heard of German fighter jet from World War II, and we had no idea what he was talking about. But as you can tell from the word Focke-Wulf, that it gives you a hint of Jaden's silliness, which is always right there. He's always looking for a place to make a little joke, and it usually gets very close to that line between appropriate and inappropriate, as you can hear by his chosen word. I've had a lot of fun joking around with Jaden, and also doing some serious learning and math and history classes with him. I appreciate all the effort and intelligence he puts into his humor, and encourage him to take that and focus it on becoming an expert on other topics, which I know he'll do, and I can't wait to see what that is. So thank you, Jaden. We'll give you your certificate. Okay, all right, thank you, Jaden. All right, next up is Maria. I'm gonna put that at the bottom.
Oh, that's helpful.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Maria McMorrow, and I'm our newest Cobscook teacher. Before working here as a teacher, I've been involved in leading a lot of camping trips. So some of these teens I know since they've been somewhat younger, even though I wasn't here as a teacher. So on to grade 10. Here at Cobscook as brand new and somewhat timid ninth graders. Hard to believe they did not do much talking. This has changed. Students leave a mark on the flavor of the whole school, and Harley is no exception. Lots of things in the color green, a unique sense of fashion featuring sometimes the poncho and usually a lot of parachute cord, and a dark sense of humor have always been emblematic of his time here. Harley is a hard worker and likes to do things efficiently. Always first to be packed in the morning, this energy helps the whole group move toward our shared goal. Even though Harley does not like the cold, he put in significant work outside in the late winter and early spring, helping Ryan with projects on campus. Academically, Harley is interested in history and reads survival stories, and when he finds a topic he likes, he'll pursue more knowledge about it. Harley is also hilarious. He has facial expressions for every occasion, but my favorite is that one that he wears when he knows he probably should have been a little further from the teacher's ears before seeing whatever it was we just heard. Thanks for an awesome year, and I look forward to seeing you working hard and giving you a couple side eyes at the Lubeck IGA this summer. Congratulations, Harley. Cobscook is a small program, but our students have diverse and robust social lives. Many of the relationships that anchor our group dynamic started because Katie said something funny that began to knit a connection between two people. She might describe talking to new people as weird or scary, but consistently does it, and to great effect. Through Katie, our student body has built relationships with other area teams, and her energy shepherded prom from an idea into a reality. Bouquets of dried flowers, strange notes, and funny messages on the whiteboard can usually be traced back to her hands. Most of the student body and at least 1/3 of the teaching staff have gotten an emo makeover from her. An avid reader, Katie has worked hard this year to improve academic work completion to match her natural curiosity, especially in language arts and in health. It is also notable that Katie loves camping and doesn't seem to care whether she's in or out of the canoe. Last summer at river camp, Katie learned how to line canoes through places too rocky or too shallow to paddle. The next 3 days, she kept exclaiming, "I love rhyming," although that's not the exact wording. Her adoration for this activity came in handy this most recent trip, retrieving a swamped canoe downriver from Little Falls. Her positive attitude and strong work ethic make it easy to love camping with Katie. Congrats on a great year, and I look forward to sharing another summer at River Camp. Hi, everybody. Is that too loud? I am somebody who projects. No. Okay. For those who don't know me, my name is Carrie McCrimmon. I'm one of our teachers in the Cobscook Experiential program and also one of our organization co-directors. And I have the privilege of talking about our juniors. One of the joys of this program is having students here for multiple years and being able to see their growth, to go from an anxious, uncertain ninth grader to somebody who really grows in being comfortable with who they are and what they're able to do in the world and what they're able to offer. And so for our 2 juniors, I've seen that in both of them. So first, Drew, come on up. Andrew is our group's resident hairdresser. Many lunchtimes have seen him cutting and dyeing classmates' hair in the bathroom. First time this was happening, I was like, did your parent give permission for this to happen? Could you please text? I'm not sure that this is the style or color that they're expecting you to come home with. But permission was given. He's conscientious about his classwork. He cares deeply about his friends. He completes his junior year with a college class under his belt. He's an incredible visual artist. Student guitars are on the table in the lobby, and one of them has some very detailed wood burning on it. You'll want to go check that out. That's his. He's grown through challenges that have come his way and will continue to grow. When he joined the program, this parent can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I heard mom say, "I don't think my kid's a very outdoorsy kid." This last February, we had a winter expedition in Presque Isle. I was skiing next to Drew. We had some hills, and I noted Drew almost every time I saw him beaming, and one particular time squealing while going down a hill, yelling, "I love this." And I have it on a video. One lesson that we can all take and that Drew emulates is that we all always have the opportunity to grow into what we may not be right now. You continue to show that, Drew. It's such a joy to have you here. Congratulations on a really exceptional year. Mr. Smart. Another thing that's great about having students in the program for multiple years is just watching how they change in elevation. Look at this kid. He did not start out at that height. Reese. Yeah, Reese. Reese is someone who, in all of our teachers' estimation, has grown as a group leader this year. We've each remarked, especially on trips, how he's uniquely stepped up. On our trips, students are in chore groups. They're responsible for cooking meals, for washing dishes, for, if needed, filtering water, chopping firewood. Sometimes some of these chores can be done at varying degrees of completeness. People get tired, people don't feel well, and pretty regularly, regardless of how Reese is feeling on those trips, he steps up to help people get things done. Our first trip this school year was a canoe trip. which unfortunately we got a little impacted by COVID. People started not feeling well, and so people were in their tents. We're trying to finish this trip, and I have a distinct memory of Reese running around the campsite saying, "I will do it all. I will do all the chores." It's like, well, dude, you don't have to do all the chores. Not everybody is sick, but he did. He's deeply interested in history. He wants to push himself next year to learn German. He even this afternoon signed up for the early college courses so that he can do early college coursework next year, his senior year. It is such a delight to see when young people start moving from thinking about themselves and what they need to thinking about the group. We witnessed that shift in you this year, Reese. Congratulations on an exceptional 11th grade year. Yeah, it's going to be a treat to have you as a senior next year. Yep, I do have to get up on my tiptoes. Before we move on to our seniors, we do have some scholarships that we would like to announce. Now, many of our students at the institutions where they'll be going next year have been awarded some scholarships from their respective colleges. However, some of the scholarships were not from particular colleges, and students had to apply. So Daisy Joe Jones, can you please come on up here? I know you didn't know about this. This envelope says confidential and self, and I was desperately looking for it today. Dear Miss Jones, congratulations. It is my pleasure to inform you that you have been awarded the American Legion Ladies Auxiliary Scholarship in the amount of $200. Yep, clap. And then there's some additional specific stuff here, signed Lavinia M. Wormel, principal from Lubeck Schools. So this is for you. You stay there though. Additionally, could I please welcome up Owen? Yeah. Could you have the phone? Don't you stay right here? Yeah. Oh my gosh, the two of you. These two kids went to Whiting Elementary School together, so we do have some pictures of these two as 5-year-olds looking just about as cute could be. Yes. So these two also both made an effort to apply for something called the Worthington Scholarship. And they have you both have been awarded a Worthington Scholarship. And I'm just trying to get the language up. Please hold. Oh, thank you. All right, so there were a handful of, a number of students from the Cala School Department who received Worthington scholarships, including these two. The Worthington Scholarship Foundation provides multi-year scholarships with values ranging from $6,000 to $17,000. For students enrolling in the 4-year college, it's a $17,000 scholarship. Owen, and for those, the math's not on here. For those who are enrolling in a 2-year institution, it is, I think it's a $14,000 scholarship. It's renewable for 8 semesters in a row, y'all. So you're going to get some information on it. It's incredible. Over the past 13 years, more than $18 million. $18 million have been granted to graduates of Maine high schools who attended partnering Maine colleges. This year, the Worthington Scholarship Foundation will grant about 700 scholarships around the state. 98 high schools, 13 counties, totaling $10 million. The intention of the foundation is to increase the accessibility of college by reducing financial barriers, to provide support for scholars to persist in college, and to help minimize the risk of incurring insurmountable student loan debt. The Worthington Scholarship Foundation is proud to partner with Calais High School and congratulates this year's graduates. Congratulations, you two. Yeah. Oh, you get packets. There's one for you, Owen Levitt. You stay right there. Thank you. All right. Lastly, I have one additional thing to read. A number of our students have taken early college courses. And for those of you who may be parents or grandparents of students who will continue to be in high school, you may want to check out the early college program. It's incredible. Students can take up to 12 credit hours for free a year. And most of our students have taken advantage of that. 75% of our graduating seniors are graduating with college credits to their names, including Owen. However, we received this letter from the University of Maine Early College Program that I've been asked to read. The University of Maine is proud to recognize outstanding early college students. Participating in early college boosts college aspirations for high school students by exposing them to college-level work in different career pathways before they graduate from high school. Through a partnership with Calais and therefore Cobscook Experiential programs in the University of Maine, our students can be dual enrolled to earn a significant number of college credits in a rigorous and supportive environment. To support quality engagement, the University of Maine has established the early college career pathways designed to guide students as they learn about majors and career paths. These pathways consist of several core courses in a designated subject area and a choice of courses that fulfill general ed requirements. The commitment shown by students participating in both high school and college courses at the same time demonstrates to admissions offices, scholarship boards, and internship committees of a student's dedication to achieving their goals. This following student is being recognized for completing the early college pathway program, and he is awarded today with a UMaine early college pathway certificate. That's where you take the certificate. And also Owen with this honor cord. Oh boy, could you please squat? The early college pathway certificate requires having completed, I don't recall exactly how many college courses, but Owen, do you remember how many college classes you've taken as a high school student? He's graduating with at least a semester of college completed. So that's 15 or 16 credits, something like that, maybe a little bit more. Congratulations, Owen. All right, now we're moving to what y'all have been waiting for, recognizing our graduating seniors. And today we're recognizing them in order of how long they've been in the program. So our first student that we would like to recognize, Soy, or Luis Gomez Mitchell. Come on up. Luis, or Soy, his nickname, what we've called him all year. Originally from Maine, but Soy lived in Florida for grades 9 through 11. He moved back to East Machias last summer and had to decide where was he going to finish high school, and he chose Cobscook. It's been a treat to get to know him this year. Soy attended a performing arts school in Florida. It's been a particular pleasure for me to get to know him a little bit better as a musician. Soy decided to join me in playing in the Passamaquoddy Bay Symphony Orchestra. This last concert season, playing really challenging music. Soy plays string bass, and I could see him across the orchestra. And there he was standing next to one of the string players in the Bangor Symphony Orchestra, and it looked like you were keeping up. You look like it. You look like it. It's also been a joy to see Soy's face as we've engaged in some of our outdoor pursuits. I've never seen somebody smile so big while ice skating or downhill skiing or canoeing. He's a creative and adventurous soul. He's planning on attending Washington County Community College in the fall to study phlebotomy, going into a medical sciences profession that he hopes will support him and also being able to travel and continue to have more adventures. Soy, congratulations on completing your senior year of high school here. And to award your diploma I should introduce the folks who are sitting right here. Up here on stage, we have Heather Bowles, Calais High School principal, who's been incredibly supportive of the Cobscook Experiential program during her tenure. Sitting next to her is Marianne Sparron, a former Cobscook board member, and then for years, principal at Calais High School. She's the incoming superintendent starting in July for Calais School Department. They'll be awarding your diploma. So. Watch it be the last one. Calais High School would like to present this diploma to Luis Alberto Gomez Mitchell, also known as Soy. The second. That's right.
All right. Oh, okay. Hi, everybody. Hello again. I'd like to ask Claire to come up and join me. Claire, come on up, Claire. All right. Claire joined us in the middle of her junior year and immediately dived into trying new things. I think one of the first things that she did at Cobscook was cross country ski at the park. Remember that? It was like your first day, maybe. And that continued over the past 2 years with more skiing, canoeing, even in whitewater last week, and many other activities. I appreciate Claire's bravery to be a beginner, something that many of us tend to avoid as we get older. I hope she continues to do that, especially as she heads off to the University of Maine at Farmington with a scholarship and studies environmental science. As she goes off into the world, I hope Claire knows that she is not a beginner when it comes to connecting with others and making friends. Despite her poise, as Claire likes to bow, Claire has charmed many of us with a great mixture of silliness and sarcasm, which lines up well with my humor, not surprisingly to some of you. And she's built some very strong friendships in a very short period of time. And so we'll miss you next year so much, and we wish you all the best. Thank you, Claire. Yeah.
In Calais High School, I'd like to present your diploma to you, Claire Deeta Basel. Bella joined the program after a move and a period of homeschooling partway through her junior year. We first met on our October trip to the Bangor area when she declared many times and in many ways that camping sucks and that she definitely would not poop in the woods. Fully aware of her own dramatic streak, she will often don a sheepish grin and say something like, "Oh, that was actually kind of fun," after the fact. One paddling day last spring started out with a short lake paddle that led to some whitewater. There was some complaining and some wind, followed by a short rapid, and then, "I really like whitewater," as we maneuvered our canoe between rocks as lead boat. Later that day, we found a culvert underneath the US Route 1 and tried to hide in it to jump out and scare the other boats. Secret tunnel, but it was too narrow to turn around, and we had to back out, and we were laughing way too hard to sneak up on anyone. Bella is a gifted singer, a piano player, a Whiting Store snack aficionado, and a social sciences interest. I don't know why I wrote interest there, and interested in social sciences. A self-propelled STEM kid, that curiosity has propelled Bella to learn as much as she can about the science, about how people think and act, and apply that knowledge to her life. This year, she will be working towards getting her own place in adult living and plans to take a gap year and then attend Washington County Community College after that. Congrats, Bella.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Owen, could you come up, please? All right. So we were lucky enough to have Owen join us midway through his sophomore year a few years ago, and it has been all of our pleasures to see him grow from a somewhat anxious and awkward young teen into a competent and confident young man. While Owen could excel in any learning environment, I think the small community here at Cobscook has helped him to see that he can tackle challenges and have fun at the same time. The calculus class was an example of that, in my opinion. Each time Owen faced a challenging topic, he would moan and groan about it, but would end up figuring it out on his own with patience and hard work. He's also very creative, and that can be heard in his poetry, which you guys should seek out, or in his artwork, such as the canoe paddle, which is behind me, the longer one, because he's pretty tall, which was used last week on the river. I lost my place. Owen has received a merit scholarship to UMaine Orono to study computer science, which I think is a field that perfectly blends his work ethic, his curiosity, and his creativity. I got in the mail from his calculus professor an embroidered design that he created on Desmos, everybody's favorite graphing calculator, and that was sent to me from Irina. So there you go. Congratulations, Owen, and thanks for all the hard work.
Calais High School would like to present your diploma to Owen Levitt.
Theodorus. Theo joined experiential programs at the start of his sophomore year. Though I've known him significantly longer, he's been dear friends for a long time with my stepson, Owen. So I remember when you were this high, but your hair was that high. And now you're there's so much more of you now. Yeah. I remember you and Owen working on Lego robotics projects in the garage, having to pull the car out and setting up a whole major situation so that you could do robotics. That was my first clue about your skills with computing, with working with your hands, with working as a team, with being curious. My next experience with Theo was during the summer of 2020. During the pandemic, there wasn't a lot going on, and we did have a summer program running, our river camp program, and Theo signed up. And I remember early on in that program, Theo sitting with you off in the side room as you really struggled with homesickness. I think you desperately wanted to go home. You didn't think that you could stick it out, but you stuck with the challenge, even though it was uncomfortable. And you stayed. Today, I don't think that you're somebody who struggles with homesickness. Today, I don't think you're somebody who struggles with adventure, with trying new things. And it's been so delightful to watch you grow and try new things over the last few years, especially your skill working with your hands. The two not canoes. You have not made canoes while you've been here. The two guitars that you've made here and your canoe paddle are just gorgeous. Your unique sense of humor that you bring to the classroom each day is sometimes challenging. It's mostly a delight. Theo, if you watch the progression of photos, is somebody who found a very specific and unique style. But you're also somebody who found an interest in bookmaking, something that maybe you'll explore further at UMM. While Theo isn't exactly set on the path that he'll take after high school, there's no doubt that there's going to be a path for Theo that he forges himself. Immediately this summer, he's going to be cleaning up paths and maybe forging some new ones while working as a trail steward for Maine Coast Heritage Trust, a fairly competitive position. Congratulations on that, Theo. Yeah. He's full of interests. He's full of humor. Sometimes he's just full of it. And the future is going to be full of it for you too, Theo. Thank you so much for such an exceptional 3 years. I've really been grateful to get to know you in a different way. Congrats. All right, yes. Leave that from me. But here's the thing you really want.
Calais High School would like to present this diploma to Theo Holm.
All right, next up is the one and only Alan Lund. Please come up. In homage to a poem Alan wrote, when I think of Alan, I think, damn, it's Alan. Alan wrote many poems of that sort, such as when I think of June, I think, damn, it's June. And it is June, and you're graduating, and congratulations, you did it. It's amazing, and it's wonderful. Alan has been here at CEP longer than I have. This is his 4th year, where I'm still a junior, hoping to move into senior year next year. When I first met him, I was a bit concerned that I wouldn't be able to connect with a young man that was known for making inappropriate jokes, knocking over trees, dead or alive, destroying any pencil or pen lent to him within 5 minutes. I believe Michael, who taught before me, had a quote about you, which was "Eat it or yeet it." And Yeet means to throw. I didn't know that when I first heard the quote. But over the past 3 years, we've connected and we've grown to trust each other more. And I think that started on a canoe trip where Alan had flipped and gotten wet, and it was pretty cold. And I brought him some hot food, and then he paddled with me for the rest of the trip and basically pulled me through a windstorm across a raging lake, which was wonderful. And so we trusted each other at that time, and that's grown over the years. And it showed me why his friends value him so much for his intelligence, his thoughtfulness, his humor, his charm, his passion for fishing, you may have heard, and now a new passion for pickleball, which we share, and he talks about with me every Wednesday morning, which is wonderful. He has beat me in pickleball finally, which was a big deal. You remember? Yeah, I know you do. The most important thing, though, I think that is really powerful and why people love Alan is his loyalty to his friends and his family and his community. Those of us who can call him a friend are lucky because he is exceptional. And I'm excited to see him go out in the world and connect with more and more people and build those trusting relationships. He's going to WCCC next year for automotive, and while I will miss him, I know that I can count on him in the future if I need anything. So thank you, Alan. Yeah.
Calais High School would like to present this diploma to Alan M. Lund. Daisy, that okay? Daisy first came to Cobscook as a plucky little almost ninth grader attending river camp. She was very interested in the experience and also immensely homesick. Just as she began to round the corner on the homesickness, an injury ended her first summer at camp. That fall, Daisy started her academic career here. From the beginning, Daisy's shown a drive to learn and a commitment to finishing every assignment, including redoing work to improve her grades. Perhaps due to her own past experiences, Daisy really stood out in health class this year, studying the respiratory, circulatory, nervous, and endocrine systems. Building on her existing knowledge, she asked in-depth questions and showed superior CPR skills on plastic mannequins for now. Daisy has worked on setting firm boundaries to protect her mental health, and she's put in serious training with weights and in community yoga classes to support her plan to beat a certain teacher arm wrestling. Daisy has grown immensely during her time here, confident of her family's love and her place in the world. Now she jumps on any opportunity to go on a canoe trip and dreams of exploring further afield. She doesn't have to be at home to know that home loves her. Last summer, she came back to river camp and aced every aspect of it, including carrying or portaging a canoe by herself. In the fall, Daisy plans to attend WCCC to study phlebotomy, participate in outdoor recreation, and eventually have the credentials to be employable anywhere. We are so proud of you, Daisy. Calais High School would like to present this diploma to Daisy Jo Jones. Come here, Snoopy.
Maddie. One of the delights of being, I've taught in our high school program for 13 years, and so sometimes I do get to pick who I'm going to talk about, and I picked you, Maddie. Maddie joined Cobscook her 9th grade year after participating in River Camp, which was a challenging and fun experience. I do think that she really saw herself going to another school, but she was encouraged by her family, people who know her, who thought that this would be the thing for her. And she's been here for 4 years. And I think she's grown into an exceptional woman, not necessarily because of this high school program, but hopefully with the support of the people here who love you. She stunned our teaching staff from day one with her incredible visual art skills and her ability to render realistic drawings. She's leveraged skills that she's built working for a family catering business, Angie's Comfort Kitchen. And she's put those skills to work on all of our trips and all of our fundraisers, not only cranking out delicious food, but teaching some of her classmates some of the skills that she's learned. She stretched herself the summer after her 10th grade year working at a camp counselor for Greenland Point Camp, which was notably a challenging experience. She did come out of it with some delightful stories, especially helping 5-year-olds with challenging activities. She has had her own crushingly challenging moments while in high school, and she stayed committed to being present in school, present in her life, present with her friends, passing her classes. We're so proud, not only that she's graduating, but that she has received a scholarship to attend the prestigious Johnson & Wales Culinary Arts Program in Rhode Island. She'll be moving there this August. We're going to miss you so much, Maddie, but we're so proud of you. Congratulations.
Callis High School would like to present this diploma to Madison Rose Bryant Flynn.
Graduates, could you please all stand up? Go ahead and face everybody. Friends, family, community, I would like for you all to cheer as these graduates move their tassels from the right to the left. Go ahead and do that. And we celebrate the class of 2023. All right, y'all, go ahead and take a seat. Go ahead and take a seat. By the way, graduates, we don't want you to feel jealous that the 9th, 10th, and 11th graders got the awesome hats. We would like for you all to go home with your choice of one of the shirts that's hanging. We do have a number of shirts, and we want you all representing Cobscook in the future. So after the ceremony, you all can go out and choose your size and style, the long sleeve tee or the short sleeve. 2 different designs there, and if you don't find the size you want hanging on the rack, there are more. If you desperately want one of the hats, well, talk to us. That can happen too, because I know some of you already have the shirts. Friends and community, one of the unique elements of the Cobscook graduation is to be able to open the floor to family members and friends of the graduates to be able to share a few words. This is a day about all of you as well. We've had the joy of having your students here for 1 to 4 years, and you've had them their whole lives. And so you may have some words that you want to share as well. So we do have a microphone. Check.
that can move around. Some of you maybe have prepared something, but public speaking isn't your thing. And so one of our teachers would be happy to say or read anything if you've done that as well. But the microphone is here, and I would love to invite any words. We do have 8 graduates, so if you have something to say, come right on up. I know that some of you do, but you're just shy about starting. Tora, come on up. Otherwise, it will be karaoke with Kara.
Bella. Is it on? No.
No, you just got to get your mouth right up on it.
Don't be shy.
Hi.
So Bella, I wanted to let you know that I and we are very, very proud of you. I think one thing that folks here may not know about you is that when you came to Maine a few years back, it wasn't guaranteed that you were going to graduate on time or at all. And I am so impressed not only with what you've achieved academically, but also what you've achieved personally. And it's been a challenge that you have taken on consciously and directedly, and I'm so proud of that. And I'll say one more thing, which is that you are a fierce, stubborn person. And am I right? And your ferocity and your stubbornness serve you really well. And one of the most impressive achievements over the last few years is how you've learned to balance that and to turn it into an asset. And it hasn't always been. And I know as a Johnson woman how hard that is. And so very, very proud.
Thank you, Tora. Toby?
All right, how you doing? Bella, Bella's dad, Toby. I'm not much of a public speaker, and I'm gonna keep it short, because I'm gonna probably cry. So.
You can cry.
No, I did the whole time. So I just want to be, thank you so much for all that you guys have all done and everybody, and congratulations to all the students. And I'm just proud of you, and keep up the good work.
Good afternoon. I'm Daisy Jones's great grandmother. Our family, I am Daisy Jones's great grandmother. I want you all to know that. And our family are sitting over here, and we all love her, and we are very, very proud of you. I wanted you to know that. Amen.
I have remarks.
Oh, they're written. They're written. Right.
I'm Christy Bryant. Is it working?
Yeah,
I think so.
It's gonna be right there.
I'm Maddie's grandma. I'm wearing the necklace Maddie got me. Anyway, before I embarrass Maddie very much, let me say a few things about Cobscook Institute. This school has been the exact right thing. Maddie's grandpa says it is a blessing. This school is a blessing. Why is it that being cold, at times very wet, damp clothing, black flies, carrying a canoe, riding in the canoe, slow water, fast water, mud, paddling till your arms ache, finding a black widow spider in your tent? That was in Washington, D.C. Pitching your tent when it's dark, waiting to quick cook food because you're so hungry, and share tasks once you get where you're going. Well, why is it that works, but it does? Also, the beautiful times like riding in the canoe, learning to paddle well with a partner, in sync with your partner, all the scenery, the birds, the smells, how gorgeous Maine is. I stopped worrying about Maddie at Little Indian Lake where we live after she described to me flipping her canoe. Not necessarily intentionally, but then I think you all learn to flip them intentionally. So amazing. Her Aunt Jan said, why? Getting the canoe to shore, swimming for gear. What purchase did Maddie tell Papa and I she wanted the most? A tent, a good knife, a hammock. And what was her most important purchase that she spent her own money on? A dry bag. I don't know why that all translates to confidence, but it does. Let's not minimize the traveling and the fabulous museums, restaurants, the cities that they all got to see in the trips. The leaders and teachers here are so dedicated and focused on the students and really see them and all their individuality. We are grateful as these are not easy years to traverse, and then throw in life events. And thank you for the dedication to excellence that you all hold. The focus on academic standards and in the midst of all this, there was a huge focus on the academic standards and then the compassion for the emotional challenges that they faced during these years. I know high school were not my favorite years. One of the recent trips away, DC, I met the van's return at Hannaford to see wound up young people and some very tired staff. After asking Maddie, you sure you got everything? You got your phone? You sure? Yes, Nanny, yes. Well, then Kara had to come to my car at least 3 times. And finally, Kara said, Maddie, come back to the van and get your stuff. Something tells me college will not be that way. And all of you may feel a little homesick for the shelter of Cobscook Institute. Maddie recently wrote in an essay that when she was very young, she decided to be great. We are excited for you, Maddie, as you check out Providence, Rhode Island, and many new experiences. Madison Rose, you are great. Hang on tight to that. Hang on tight to that greatness. Use that strength to help you as you stretch into a great future. We are all very proud of you. Thank you, Kathy.
I'm kind of bad at public speaking and I don't really have anything planned, but I just want to say that I'm proud of you, Addie and Alan and Clay. We became friends with you last year on a random camping trip, and now just haven't been without you since. I'm gonna miss you a lot next year, but I'm really proud of you. I love you.
You knew this was coming, right? So I'm Owen's mom. That's how I'm known. And I'm Theo's friend's mom. So everyone knows now that Owen is amazing, super impressive. I brag about you all the time, to the annoyance of people around me sometimes. You are smart, funny, ambitious, you're a good cook. But what I brag about the most is how kind you are, at least when I'm watching. So I found these few sentences in a graduation speech by this writer named George Saunders, who writes and does spiritual teaching, and it's about kindness, and it's really for all of you. Your life is going to be a gradual process of becoming kinder and more loving. Hurry up, speed it along, start right now. Do all the other things, the ambitious things, travel, get rich, get famous, innovate, lead, fall in love, make and lose fortunes, swim naked in a wild jungle rivers after testing the water quality, obviously. But as you do, to the extent that you can, err in the direction of kindness. Do those things that incline you toward the big questions and avoid the things that would reduce you and make you trivial. That luminous part of you that exists beyond personality, your soul, if you will, is as bright and shining as any that has ever been. Bright as Shakespeare's, bright as Gandhi's, bright as Mother Teresa's. Clear away everything that keeps you separate from this secret, luminous place. Believe it exists, come to know it better, nurture it, share its fruits tirelessly. Congratulations to all of you. And Owen, I really like you so much. I love you.
I believe that Owen's grandma is coming up next as she's making her way up. Do want folks to know that at the conclusion of this, we will be having a reception, and we're very excited to have you all stay and enjoy cake and coffee and visit. Yay cake, Jeannie.
Hi, I'm better known as Owen's Grammy. Owen has been a great pleasure for us. Papa and I've been very, very proud of you. Owen has always been an avid learner, always seeking out stuff. When he was in elementary school, a teacher told him that sugar kills, and so all of us were thought to be killing him. It was a big shock to him when we discovered that apples have sugar in them also. He has this experience, because of you guys, has made him a better leader, a better team maker. He's just been grown into this magnificent young man, and we have really enjoyed him. We appreciate his parents sharing him and his sister with us. And I just wish you the best, Owen. I want to shout out to Maddie, you good girl. And everybody, keep it up, keep going. Don't ever look back. Not good to look back. Go forward always. Thank you, Jeannie.
We do have time for a few more, but I think a couple more. We have more graduates, but
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be brief. Tom Telesmanic, I am. Hi. Bella's grandfather. We talked about all the talent that everyone has here, and I'd like to mention briefly, our people behind me spoke about her musical abilities. I just want to explain a little bit of it. I am third generation professional in music business and the music field. Bella, my children, Bella's the fifth generation that the genes have been passed down through. So we started at a very, very young age. This is all about Bella's little beginning, and I'll be very brief. Very young age, she's learned to sing as soon as she could stand up to a mic stand at a low setting. So Bella sang, she knows a lot of the tunes at a young age, didn't even know what they were about, but she was singing them along, besides Twinkle Little Star, okay? So here it is, fast forward to first grade. So Bella's in school, first grade, and it wasn't a Christmas concert, I think it was the graduation. And so, my wife and I are in the audience with the family, with the cameras, video cameras. So Bella's got her little dress on, and we had talked about the Star Spangled Banner, which she sings very well. So in the music business, few of you are musicians, are you? Yes, yes. So, if you have sharps and you're on stage with people, your sharps are down, which means one sharp, two sharps, right? So flats are up, one flat, two flats is B flat, for those of you who don't know. So Bella knew this. So she's 5 or 6, right? here we go. And they're all lined up. All the kids are lined up on stage. And Bella's on the end. And there's a lady, a female music director. So Bella said, you really have to, you can't start this show without the national anthem. So, remember this? So Bella, she said, well, do you want to sing it? She said, yeah. So the girl sat down on the piano and Bella goes, 2. So she had no idea what she meant. So B flat, which was the key she was prone to singing in. And it went over well. And that was her first debut on stage in first grade. So I'm glad for Bella. Congratulations, and every one of you also.
And finally, the last of the Levitt clan for Owen, otherwise known as Hobo by my kids for some reason. Yeah, Owen, I'm just saying I'm proud of you for all that you've accomplished. While I want people to know, because he's going into computer science, is that he's very much a numbers guy. His brain is, like he's making mods now for video games, all this stuff. But he's also got a very funny side. I noticed this the first time. It was many years ago when he was a Whiting student, and we were at the polo treat. And for some reason, he had his jacket over his head, and he was flapping around the yard there, and it was the funniest thing I ever saw. And I think it kind of infected all of us who were there, and the silliness ensued. But he's a funny guy. And in fact, let's see, he's got his own particular art style. Abby's very talented artist. Owen's got his own take on it. But just the other day, we were drawing at the kitchen table. And there's this rule going around that says, trust no one, not even yourself. And but this was Owen's drawing for it, which I thought was, yeah, that's it. And he said, I didn't come up with the idea. I said, but you came up with the characters, and that's the funniest part about it. So I value all their creativity. Anyway, that's it. Oh, and thank you as a parent who has a child going into college for thinking about that Worthington grant you got. That's all I can say about that. Thank you. Good luck, Owen.
Shall I hold it?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Jessica Jones. I'm Daisy's aunt. Our whole family's sitting over here. She has a large extended family. We just want you to know that we're all extremely proud of you. If you keep your eyes straight and remember where you come from, you'll never fail. Everybody's looking down on you, smiling on this happy day. I'm going to try not to cry and embarrass you. I'm not much of a public speaker, but I had to come up and say something. I love you so much, and we just are so super proud of you. I'm going to give you a hug and embarrass you.
Thank you, Jessica. Little Nevaeh also helping. Daisy does have a big family. Who all here is with Daisy's family today? Oh my gosh. We knew that we were going to have to set up extra chairs in here when I saw you all commenting on Facebook. We have Claire's grandfather coming on up.
So Claire, she forbade her mother from coming up here, but I didn't get the memo. So it's on you, Claire. I just want to know, we traveled here from San Diego, so I get the award for the longest trip. For some reason, my daughter ended up living in Lubeck while I live in San Diego. You can't get farther apart. There's just no way. You have to drive the end of each side. I just want to know how proud I am, and I want you to remember to be kind, always. And I love you.
Ginny, I give you permission to talk if you want to.
Okay. Hi, I'm Claire's mom. Sorry, Claire. Thank you, Kara. When Claire first started here as her junior year, I kind of wondered how that was going to go because she didn't necessarily love the outdoors or hiking or walking or trees or outdoors at all. In fact, I used to carry a supply of salami and chocolate at all times. And she would walk behind me and gnaw on salami, and I would feed her chocolate to get her through a nice, short 10-minute walk outside. I want to thank Cobscook and everyone for really introducing a love of the outdoors to Claire. And it's something that she's carrying with her since she is interested in outdoor education and environmental science. So this environment and all the support of all the students have really helped her. So thank you. I no longer have to feed her salami and chocolate. And I also want to thank, I've gotten to know the Cobscook kids from teaching yoga. It's been an absolute joy to get to know everybody. Special shout out to Maddie for giving me the best nickname a mom could have. So thank you for giving me the Mama G nickname. That could have been a lot worse. So thank you. And keep up the yoga, everyone. Daisy, I've been very, very, very proud of you and your interest, and I hope maybe you think about teaching someday. Thank you.
All right, I'm just scanning some other families that I know are out there just to see. Can you take the gown off now, Alan? One more. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Bina. I work here. Better? Yeah. Yes. I actually just came up because I wanted to see all your faces. And I love you. And I work down in this building, and sometimes I get to teach an art class or sub in for something, but mostly I get to see all of these beautiful humans come and go. Some I've known for a long time, since they were tiny, and some I'm just meeting this year or last year. And the thing that they all do is they fill this place with their hearts and with their just their brightness and their loudness and their thumbs up and their dramas. And the moment they graduate the campus, we lose you, we miss you, and know that we are always thinking of you, and there's always a home here. And you just all bring me so much joy, and you bring all of our staff here at Cobscook so much joy. So for all of the family members who don't want to talk on a microphone, which is a perfectly reasonable way to feel, I'm bringing Theo and Owen and Claire and Maddie and Alan and Bella and Daisy and Soy, all of your love for you.
Thank you. One great thing about Cobscook is that it's a community home place, and you can come back. Oftentimes people graduate from high school and they're on their journeys, and there's not a thing to come back to. Maybe a teacher's classroom, maybe a principal, maybe a counselor, maybe somebody to go see, but it's no longer a community place for somebody who has moved on from high school. And this is. And so I know that some of you are staying in the area, you're working, you're going to WCCC, you'll be back in the summers. You may come back here to set up your own homes in the future. This is a community home place. And I know that some of you are going to be back here. And for those of you who don't know where your journeys are, know that this place is going to be a waypoint where you can come back and see us and rest and take a class offer a class, be on the board, help guide this place. It continues to be your place. Graduates, congratulations. Family, friends, and community, thank you so much. We bring our 2023 commencement and celebration ceremony to a close, and we're going to open up the kitchen window there. We have a great cake. There's both vanilla and there's chocolate and there's coffee and there's hot water for tea. We're going to put the slideshow back on. Please go out into the lobby, enjoy the guitars that students have made. You might want to come up here and check out the canoe paddles that Daisy and Owen finished this year. Seniors, make sure to pick out a shirt from back there. Thank you.